Have you just got a V60? Well, I want to stop you before you start brewing so that you don't make these mistakes. Welcome back to About Coffee, where we talk about all different things to do with coffee, and today we're going to be running through some simple mistakes that I want to help you avoid with your V60. So the first mistake that I want to help you avoid is actually to do with your coffee more than your V60. Now, if you've brought pre-ground coffee, you're going to have an issue with your V60. You want to make sure the grind size is right for it, so buying pre-ground coffee might mean that it's not the right grind size, but also you want to make sure your coffee is as fresh as possible. So grinding it at the moment that you're making it is the perfect thing to be doing. So weigh out that coffee that you're going to be using, grind it fresh, and then you're ready to go, rather than grinding all the coffee in a bag and keeping it in the fridge or something like that, which lots of people do, but this is a mistake because you want to have freshly ground coffee. Now, if you've seen any of my recipes here on About Coffee, which we have lots of V60, Kalita, Chemex, AeroPress recipes right here, so make sure you go and check them out, you will know that I preach about wetting your filter paper before you start brewing your coffee. Now, the reason you want to do this is because you want to make sure you don't have any papery taste in your coffee. So by pre-wetting it, you're going to stop that from happening. So a mistake to avoid is brewing your coffee with a dry filter paper. Now let's move on to the water that you're going to be using for your V60. Firstly, you're going to want to have filtered water. It makes a big difference in that final cup of coffee. But secondly, you also want to make sure that it's not overboiled. You want to be aiming for a temperature around 88 to 93 degrees for this coffee. Otherwise, you're just going to burn your coffee grounds and it's not going to be a nice taste in your cup of coffee. And moving on to how you're going to pour your water, you want to make sure it is a nice and steady pace, not throwing all that water in one go. Now, something that will make a difference with this is a gooseneck kettle. You can control those variables a lot more easily, and you can make sure that you can do nice concentric circles and saturate your coffee grounds nice and evenly with a gooseneck kettle compared to a normal kettle. Now, when you're pouring over the top of the grounds of coffee, something that a lot of people do end up doing is pouring right round the edge, which is hitting the filter paper. This is definitely a mistake that you want to avoid, because otherwise the water's just going to seep through the sides and not actually extract that overall cup of coffee. So make sure you're pouring on top of your coffee grounds. And before you've even started pouring on your coffee grounds, make sure that they're a nice, even, flat base to them. You don't want them on a slant because it's going to have an uneven extraction. So you want to make sure you have a nice, even, flat base of coffee grounds before you start pouring your water over them. So there we have it, guys. Some really simple mistakes that a lot of people make, but it will make a world of difference if you can avoid those and give you a beautiful cup of coffee. So if you've just got a V60, I really want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know how you're getting on with it. I've got loads of different recipes right on there here on this channel, so don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of those, and I'll see you in the next episode of About Coffee.